And first at 5, patches of heavy rain caused traffic tie-ups and multiple crashes around Kentuckiana. It's a wet start to the weekend. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Connie Leonard. Meteorologist Evan Stewart joins us with a look at what we can expect. Evan?
Well, things will be improving as we go here through the evening and into the overnight, but certainly still seeing some of those areas of heavy rain out there. And of course, that heavy rain falls on the interstates, causes that ponding, causes some issues, and causes, again, some of those crashes that we've seen around the area today. But here you can see on the satellite, or the radar, excuse me, over the last several hours, that rain pushing off towards the east, some of the heaviest of the rain pushing up towards Cincinnati. We still have some heavy rain south of the Parkway, south of E-Town. As we move from Munfordville over here towards Hart County, we're seeing some of that rain, and that extends over towards Washington County, pushing eastward just out of our southern tier counties. And again, some of the heaviest of the rain that we had earlier is now pushing east of Frankfort and Lexington. We still have this one lingering shower right here around the metro. It was pretty heavy about 15 minutes ago, but again, things are finally starting to improve right along the Ohio River. But out towards the west, towards Jasper and Du Bois County, we are seeing some of that heavier rain. That will continue to move through some areas of southern Indiana as we go here through the evening. And there's still another batch of rain that extends here back towards Evansville. Temperatures in the 70s, come up a few degrees here now that the rain is starting to move out. 75 in Louisville, still holding on to the 60s in Springfield and Frankfort, and it's muggy out there with dew points still in the 60s. Things will continue to improve, though, as we go here through the evening. This takes us into 10 o'clock. Notice how the isolated showers become a little more isolated, and by tomorrow morning, we see skies clear out, and we're looking at a sunny weekend ahead. Looking at temperatures, that'll be just a little bit cooler. But thunder showers ending tonight, 40s in Indiana, 60s in Kentucky, and of course, I'll have the full 7-day forecast. Nice weekend when I come back in about 15 minutes.
All right, thank you so much, Evan. Well, we're following some breaking news here at 5. Louisville Metro Police are investigating a shooting in southeast Jefferson County. You're looking at the scene on Bristol Bluff Circle. That's in an apartment complex near Billtown Road. Just before 3 o'clock, officers say they found 2 men shot. One man died at the hospital. The other is expected to survive. JCPS confirmed security was increased for a short time at nearby Farmer Elementary School after they learned about that shooting. LMPD says they have everyone involved accounted for. Well, thieves targeting copper wire in the heart of downtown. Police now say they're to blame for the huge gas leak that disrupted business this week. Our Jose Alonso and senior photojournalist Alyssa Newton show us what LMPD saw when they swept through a vacant downtown building.
Over 40 Louisville Metro police officers with gas masks and rubber slippers entered into the Kentucky Home Life building for the second time in as many years. The site of a massive gas leak just days ago, blamed on a group of copper wire thieves.
While inside, we found a lot of bags of copper that has been cut. A lot of different metals, tools, sawzalls, you name it. The building's in complete disarray. It is nasty. There's no other way to put it.
LMPD Major Brian Edlin, alongside Louisville Metro Codes and Regulations Director Richard Price, say this turned out to be a case of theft. Codes and Regulations shared these surveillance photos of some of the thieves in action.
Yes, we have a homelessness situation. These guys are professionals that are trying to take away these resources. And as the major said, they caused a major gas leak. The sprinkler system's not working in it. So you get a fire there, it's going to be catastrophic.
Even after getting boarded and locked up, Codes and Regs revealed how these thieves still got in.
From the rooftop, they cut through some of the plywood that we have on there. We're going to try to add more metal-type barriers and do other innovative things to keep them out.
In downtown Louisville, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
And on Thursday, we confirmed that Mississippi-based company Thrash Group is in the process of purchasing the Kentucky Home Life building. LMPD said they arrested 2 people caught in the act yesterday and anticipate arresting a third very soon. I-65 South is back open following a deadly crash earlier this morning. It happened near Hospital Curve and backed up traffic for hours. Police said a male pedestrian was struck and killed on 65 South near Jefferson Street around 4:45 this morning. Police said he was attempting to run across the southbound lanes of 65 when he was struck by a semi followed by several other cars. It's unclear why he was on the interstate. And new information tonight on a stabbing in Madison, Indiana. According to court documents, police arrived to the presidential apartments around 2:30, and Madison police say Tori Dennison walked down the stairs covered in blood and holding a knife. When officers entered the apartment, they found Dennison's girlfriend, Casey Hilt, dead on the bed. Officers found 3 other people hiding in a room in that apartment. Dennison is charged with murder and 3 counts of attempted murder. Well, a man charged in a deadly road rage incident from January is behind bars today. Police arrested 31-year-old Eric Slayton yesterday. He is charged with murder and assault. Police say he shot 2 people in the car next to him while waiting at a red light at Bardstown Road and Faganbush Lane. 25-year-old Taylor Mudd was a passenger in that car who died from gunshot wounds. Today, a judge set Slayton's bond at $500,000. He pleaded not guilty.
I have my greatest memories are the Kentucky Derby, and they always will be. And it's something that, you know, without the Derby, you know, horse racing would have a totally different look.
Bob Baffert, synonymous with the Kentucky Derby for years. The trainer has the most Triple Crown victories in history. The Hall of Famer is back at Churchill Downs after a suspension for a positive drug test took him off the track for years. Sports reporter Sarandon Raboyne caught up with Baffert about how he's moving on and what it feels like to be back in the barn.
For the last 3 years, Bob Baffert has been the elephant in the room during Derby season. The winningest trainer at the Kentucky Derby was banned from competing from 2021 to 2024. But now he's back in his old barn, ready to race for the Run for the Roses. But he knows how much attention his return brings.
I think I'm clickbait, I think. I don't know. I think that's what I've become. Nice to be back here and back at the old barn, and I came here in November and it was nice, and it's coming into the stable gate, you know, everybody was nice to me, you know, welcoming me back, and so it's like I never left.
Trainers from across the backside, like D. Wayne Lucas, were glad to see Baffert back at the historic track.
He belongs here, he's the face of it, and I said that for years, and every year or since, yeah, that was wrong. That was wrong. But, you know, I can see their side of it too, but it's really good to have him back.
And I'm glad to see everybody, you know, and so it's part of the, because, you know, it's like a village back here, you know, and everybody's watching everybody, so it's good to have, you know, you want to see everybody. And
Baffert is now a 6-time Derby champion after vacating Medina Spirit's win in 2021. He's tied with Ben Jones with the most wins at the Derby all time. And there was one thing he was really excited to see.
And it's nice to see these signs back up. That was the best part.
The honors he's earned on track back on display.
Well, I wasn't here, so I didn't see them, but I knew they were gone.
But as Baffert gets prepared to have his horses in the starting gate, he's ready to run past this part of his history.
You know, it happens in racing. You have to accept, you know, when you get beat. You accept when, you know, when things don't go right, you know, and so it was one of those things where, well, I can't change it. You know.
Baffert has 2 horses that are going to race in the Kentucky Derby. That's Citizen Bull and Rodriguez. He also has a horse that will contend in the Kentucky Oaks. That's Tenma. Reporting at Churchill Downs, I'm Sarandon Raboyne, WHAS11 on your side.
1, 2, 3. Yay!
There's a new fire station in Oldham County. The North Oldham Fire celebrated the ribbon cutting of Station 2 this morning. It's located at 8615 U.S. Highway 42 in Goshen. East and Westbrook Construction built that new station. CEO Jonathan Westbrook said he's happy to see the firefighters finally getting to use their new facility.
Everyone hopes that they don't have an emergency like this, but if you do have one, you want to know that help is close by, and this keeps all of the right equipment and the right people really close by to the neighborhoods that are in this area. The district has grown, and so with that growth comes a need for additional services, and that's what this provides.
The news station is staffed 24/7. The fire chief said folks in North Oldham County should feel good about the firefighters at the station because many of them have a lot of experience.